Hello, my name is Roberto Charreton, and today I want to show you Buzzshock Connect, this project that works with Omniverse and with the technology of my custom engine. What is the thing that we're gonna check in this presentation? Today I want to show you how the Buzzshock Connect works, what's the main problematic, what are the future developments that we're implementing, and how we implement Omniverse in my custom engine. So what is the main problematic? Right now, sharing information between different computers and uploading and downloading information is a high process that spends time and money. We are trying to reduce that time and money by sending the information through Omniverse beside than uploading the information to the cloud or using repositories like GitHub to, in this case, share information at the same time. The project goal in this case is based on being able to create a direct bridge between two or more software programs per NVIDIA Omniverse technology. In this case, we try to create a session of different users in a same line. It can be, in this case, like session. And the thing that we are trying to do is to set up a network that can support more than 2 to 10 developers at the same time. This is looking to improve the productivity of video game development in studios, and in that way you can save time and money. So what is a Buzzshock Connect and Buzzshock Engine? Right now, Buzzshock Connect is a project that is integrated in the Buzzshock engine. This engine has one of the latest technologies. One of that is DirectX 11, PBR render pipeline, NVIDIA physics, have some Maya plugins, and an entity component system, and beside others. Right now, to connect Omniverse to, in this case, the Buzzshock engine, we developed a project that is called Buzzshock Connect, where it's a plugin fully created to get the abstraction of Omniverse and add it into the engine with all the abstraction on the custom engine in this case. So right now, the thing that we create is that Buzzshock Connect gets information from Omniverse, and he passes the information through the engine and through the server of Nucleus. We have a pipeline to store and load information from Nucleus. In this case, we have two ways. Buzzshock Connect can create USD files and send that information to Omniverse, but he can also get the information to USD files and transform that information into a custom data into the engine of, in this case, Connect. Actually, you can see these two functions that is the ones that can load information from USD and store information from USD. This is with the plugin that I developed, so in this case, we can get and share that information beside projects. The pipeline to store that information in Nucleus is very simple. For example, from the Buzzshock engine, we got a geometry. That geometry passed through a custom structure in Buzzshock Connect. That is the normal information from a geometry, the position, textures, normal text, tangents, and index. And that information passed through a custom method created on Buzzshock Connect as well. That custom method, the thing that makes is that they pass that geometry and transform that information into a USD file. And after that, we only send that information into Omniverse. Here we have a little example of how we activate Omniverse into the engine. Right now, the only thing that we need to do is to load information. And for example, right now we are getting a file from the Nucleus, that is the char. This character passed through the project of Connect and get information from USD data into a model set up into the engine directly. Right now, in this process that you are seeing, it only allows to set up the model, but as you can see, it's the model completely, and sometimes we can even share the information with lights and with more things. Right now, we set up the model, and that's all. That's the great part about using the loading information from USD files into the Omniverse. After that, we have the pipeline to the live edit mode. This is really simple. We get the abstraction from Omniverse, but In this case, we set up a custom pipeline to, in this case, update information from the engine and from another applications. The first step is to connect Buzzshock Connect, in this case, with the engine and with a custom app, and get, for example, the transformation of a model. We create a custom, in this case, method that can set up the transformation from a USD file and get that transformation method from a USD file. And after that, the only thing that we make is to send that information to the live edit mode. In that way, we can share that information in real time with different devices. And how does the session work? This is the important part. We connect multiple computers at a VPN provider to be able to create a work session and send that USD data from Nucleus. So in this case, for example, we can have multiple computers connected and share information at the same session through the VPN. Normally, this is a process that is not allowed by itself, but we set up a pipeline where we can share that information through the VPN, and after that, share that information in different computers. And right now, you can see a demonstration of that, of how the multi-sessions work in live edit mode. Here we have three different custom engines: mine, the Gate engine, and the engine from Miguel. That I believe that is the Vibarium engine. So right now, each engine by the individual has different capabilities. So you can see, for example, in the Buzzshock engine, we can move a cube that is on the scene and in the stage. And you can see that in the stage, also as well, there are different models. And in the Get engine and Vibarium engine, they are moving that information in this case, the models. So you can see that this information is from different computers. Actually, we live in different states, so each computer is connected through the VPN, but we are working from different states and places. So this is the great part that we are developing. Actually, the multi-session live edit mode now is a reality. Actually, to create a stable session, we need more information and knowing how to in this case, for example, send information in live edit mode from the Omniverse nucleus. And what is the future for this development? Right now, we are in the sprint number 4, that is create a multi-session and of users connected with Omniverse. But we hope to go to the sprint number 5 and 6, that in this case is to store all the engine components into USD files in order to be able to share that information with Omniverse, but also to be the file method to save information and stages in the engine. And in this case, the sprint number 6, that is for the future, is to create a profiler that can check the sessions with the VPN and show a detailed data summary of the informations, models, and use the files shared between the session. Now we have some challenges. This is the more important part. Right now, regarding the source documentation of Omniverse, we have problems getting information from the C++ library. Much of the information is required for C++ developers. So right now, we are like searching inside the files, but sometimes gets a little confusing. Another problems that I discovered was that my computer has a 1060 graphics card, so I cannot use the Create due to the Direct 12 implementation, and it's difficult to make tests on the app. I believe that is a great implementation, but sometimes we limit that implementation. It's nothing that we cannot solve. As you see in the video before, you can saw that now the engines are connected through live sharing, but it would be great that we can use the Create as well. In this case as well, extensions by this moment only works on Python. I tried to make the implementation on C++, but the support chat explained me that that is unavailable only for developers. I stay in the process to be able to be a developer or something like that, to be able to access to the information on C++ and create an extension on C++ on Create. Right now, as well, we don't know how to use the Omniverse System Monitor. with the remote server. I was trying to look up that information, but I didn't get any documentations. And since we are working on the VPN, we discovered that it's unstable to work in multi-sessions. So if there is something or some technology that can help us to work with sessions better, I believe that this will be a great option. And we have some discoveries. Omniverse is a great structure that can optimize development in the coding industry. As you can see, we can make different developments by using Omniverse in a custom engine and actually in the production of video games in real time. And as well, the flexibility of the technology can be implemented into a multiple deployer projects with a custom plugin. This is one of the greatest parts that we in this case discover. And as well, we discovered that a great option for this is to use live, in this case, edit mode for, I don't know, multi-sessions or multi players games. In this case, I believe that Omniverse has more power than just using the game for coding. And here there are some ideas for Omniverse and the future developments. While I was working in the Omniverse development, I discovered some things that may help the API, in this case implementation, to be a little easier to the developers. First of all, I believe that it will be better to create a shader-like semantic to share the information between different projects in a standard way. For example, for creating structures with Omniverse to share the information with the USD file, I believe that it will be great if you develop, for example, like a file or a code that you just need to send information like in a shader, and you know that all the times that you share that information into positions, for example, it will be to that manner. And we can share that information in different projects, and all the projects will take that same information because it's a template. And beside that, actually, a server history for information shared between multiple users connected at the same time, it will be great. With the live sharing, I know that the console shows information about what is moving in the live edit mode, but it would be great that you can store in some way who is connected into the live session and how it can be connected. And as well, tutorial videos for process like creating connectors, extensions, and more. I developed ones on my own because I didn't find any documentation, and I believe that everybody needs to know how to set up like the connectors and extensions. But it would be great that NVIDIA can have this possibility in the platform. So this is one of the ideas that I think that it will be better to know in the technology of Omniverse. And that will be it. I want to thank you for being part of this presentation. I really appreciate it. And I hope that you have a great day. So that will be it. Here are my contacts. If you want to reach me or ask me for something, I'm Roberto Charreton. And that will be it. Bye bye.